Project Blue Book, which lasted all the way through 1969, was not to investigate anything. It was rather to explain it. To say, look, you guys think you don't understand this, but we do. We're the all-powerful government. We're the all-powerful CIA. We can explain this.
I cannot prove in a court of law that marsh gas is the full explanation of these sightings. But it does appear to me extremely likely.
You're saying, Doctor, that Michigan is now producing non-existent saucers?
Well, it's one way of putting it, I suppose.
The pilots often described these objects were sort of fuzzy lights. It could be a plasma light that would come up from the ground towards the airplane. And we know that now because there have been reinvestigations of all the files.
Washington International was picking up UFO returns. People were reporting sightings of strange lights in the sky. The press, having gone through this thing the week before, were better prepared, and they were down at the Washington International Airport asking what these things were that were being picked up by radar.
Did you knowingly lie when you said you had actually seen anti-gravity propulsion in operation? No.
I mean, it's that to be on that cutting edge of technology is so alluring to me.
Bob Lazar's tale reads like a page ripped from a science fiction novel, yet it's a narrative he's presented as his own real-life experience, captivating those intrigued by the mysteries of ufology for years. Imagine a young scientist, previously working on a classified particle accelerator project at Los Alamos National Laboratory, catching the eye of military contractors. This isn't the plot of a movie. It's how Lazar describes the beginning of his journey into the depths of one of the most secretive projects related to extraterrestrial technology.
I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated.
Lazar claims he was whisked away to work at a site known as S4, a place so shrouded in mystery it could easily be mistaken for a mirage in the Nevada desert, just a stone's throw from the infamous Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, you know, we want to be accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
S4, okay.
It's about 15 miles south of Area 51.
According to him, S4 was ingeniously camouflaged against the desert backdrop, designed to be invisible to the untrained eye and to keep prying eyes at bay. The security at S4, as Lazar recounts, was nothing short of what you'd expect for a facility rumored to house the secrets of the universe. Armed guards, surveillance cameras at every turn, and an advanced security system that could read the very bones in your hand. It was clear that whatever was being hidden here was of paramount importance. Lazar paints a picture of a work environment governed by the principle of need to know, where information was doled out sparingly, ensuring that the secrets of S4 remained just that, secrets.
Did you ask any questions about that?
No, there's no asking questions.
There's no asking questions.
No.
At the heart of Lazar's extraordinary claims are his alleged encounters with 9 different extraterrestrial spacecraft, each with its own unique design and capabilities. Among these, the Sport model stands out, a disc-shaped craft that seems to leap from the pages of a 1950s sci-fi magazine.
There were 3 seats. They sat around, the reactor was in the dead center of it, and then equidistant around there were 3 seats. And that's all.
He describes being part of a team tasked with reverse engineering the propulsion systems of these crafts, systems that defied all known laws of physics.
Look, everyone doesn't necessarily start at a steam engine and go to an internal combustion engine and then, you know, electric power, nuclear power, and go up the ladder that we came on.
Central to these propulsion systems, Lazar claims, was element 115, a substance not even recognized by science at the time of his disclosures, but later added to the periodic table as moscovium. This element, according to Lazar, was the key to unlocking anti-gravity propulsion, allowing these crafts to perform maneuvers that would be impossible for any human-made machine. Lazar provides vivid descriptions of the craft's interiors, specifically the sport model, which was equipped with a central reactor and 3 gravity amplifiers. These components, he says, could manipulate gravitational waves, allowing the craft to bend space-time and travel at unimaginable speeds. It's a concept that, if true, would revolutionize our understanding of travel and propulsion. In 1989, Lazar decided to bring his story to the public, sharing his experiences in interviews that would ignite a firestorm of debate and speculation. His claims were met with skepticism, as many questioned the veracity of his education, employment background, and the feasibility of the technologies he described. In 1989, Bob Lazar did something that would forever change the landscape of ufology and how the world views the secretive military base known as Area 51.
How would you describe it?
I guess within the Area 51 compound, you can call that a subset of Area 51.
With a mixture of concern and a sense of duty, Lazar stepped into the spotlight on Las Vegas television, guided by investigative reporter George Knapp. He wasn't seeking fame. Instead, he was driven by a belief that the public had the right to know about the advanced technology he claimed was being concealed by the government. His revelations opened a Pandora's box, challenging us to question the boundaries of our knowledge and what mysteries the government might be keeping from us. However, Lazar's extraordinary tales were met with a healthy dose of skepticism. Critics were quick to point out the inconsistencies in his narrative, the apparent absence of evidence to back his claims, and the puzzling gaps in his academic and professional history. These controversies have swirled around Lazar, casting shadows of doubt on his credibility.
Again, I forgot where the hell I am.
Yet, despite the skepticism, Lazar's story has ignited a global conversation, thrusting Area 51 from the shadows of obscurity into the glaring light of public curiosity. Lazar's impact on the cultural zeitgeist cannot be understated. His allegations have fueled the imagination of millions, leading to an explosion of documentaries, books, and heated debates. Area 51, once just another top-secret military site, is now synonymous with alien technology and cover-ups, thanks in no small part to Lazar. His claims have kept the conversation about UFOs and the potential for alien contact alive, engaging a new generation of seekers and skeptics alike. The debate over Lazar's credibility continues to rage, with opinions sharply divided. Yet, regardless of where one stands on the issue, it's clear that his narrative has significantly shaped the discourse on extraterrestrial technology and government transparency. Bob Lazar's tales of his time working on alien spacecraft give us a peek into what sounds like the set of a sci-fi movie, especially when he talks about the sport model UFO. Picture this: a sleek, disc-shaped craft that seems to have leaped right out of the pages of a UFO conspiracy theory into reality. Lazar says this design isn't just for show, it's about aerodynamic efficiency. Imagine a vehicle that glides through space, air, and maybe even water with the greatest of ease. Its disc shape cutting down on resistance and allowing it to zip in any direction it pleases. It's the ultimate in alien engineering, blending the iconic look we've all come to associate with flying saucers with practical design features that make interstellar travel a breeze. But let's get down to specifics. According to Lazar, the sport model isn't some behemoth mothership.
What is roughly the size of this thing?
We came up with 52 feet in diameter.
This compact size hints at a craft designed for nimbleness, perhaps used for quick trips across the cosmos rather than carrying loads of extraterrestrial passengers. And it's not just any old material making up the exterior of this UFO.
There are no, first of all, everything is one color. It's like a dark pewter color, and there are no right angles anywhere.
Lazar describes it as a smooth metallic surface, suggesting it's built to survive the harsh conditions of space travel. From withstanding the bombardment of cosmic radiation to shrugging off the impact of micrometeorites, this material, whatever it is, sounds like it's pretty tough stuff. Lazar even hints that it might be some kind of unknown alloy or advanced metamaterial, specially chosen for its propulsion and stealth capabilities. Diving into Bob Lazar's account of the sport model UFO, he paints a picture of an alien craft that's as intriguing on the inside as it is on the outside. According to Lazar, this isn't just a flying disc, It's a marvel of extraterrestrial architecture, cleverly divided into 3 levels, each with a distinct purpose. It's like the designers, whoever or whatever they might be, took a page out of human engineering books, but then added a twist that's out of this world. Starting at the bottom, the lower level of the craft is where all the magic happens, so to speak. Here lies the heart of the UFO's propulsion system, equipped with 3 gravity amplifiers and their waveguides. These aren't your average engine parts. They're the components that supposedly allow the craft to bend gravity to its will, making it possible to zip across the cosmos with ease. The strategic placement of these amplifiers at the craft's base is a thoughtful touch, ensuring stability and a smooth distribution of gravitational energy. Moving up to the middle deck, we find the crew's quarters. Given the UFO's overall dimensions, space here is at a premium, designed for occupants a bit smaller than your average human. This level likely packs in the essentials for life support and day-to-day operations, although Lazar leaves us guessing on the specifics of how these systems cater to the needs of its non-human users. It's a compact, efficient layout that makes you wonder about the daily lives of its extraterrestrial crew. At the top, the craft features a control hub that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction saga. The navigation and control systems here are said to be unlike anything we're familiar with, possibly incorporating holographic displays or even direct neural connections for piloting the craft. It suggests a level of technology and user interface design that humanity can only dream of, tailored for beings with physical traits quite different from our own. Lazar also notes an astonishing detail about the UFO's construction. There are no visible seams, rivets, or any signs of how it was put together. It's as if the entire craft was manufactured in one piece, hinting at a process that could involve molecular-level precision or materials that self-assemble. The overall design, with its disc shape and thoughtful distribution of internal systems, speaks to a philosophy where adaptability and efficiency are paramount, ensuring the craft can handle whatever the universe throws its way. Central to his eye-opening claims is the propulsion system of these alien crafts, powered by something straight out of a sci-fi novel, Element 115, or Moscovium, as it's known today. Back when Lazar first shared his experiences, Moscovium was a mere hypothesis, absent from the periodic table and unfathomable to mainstream science. Yet, according to him, this element was the key to unlocking gravity-defying travel across the cosmos. Lazar's description of using element 115 sounds like alchemy of the future. He talks about a stable isotope of this element, undiscovered and unproduced on Earth, that could harness immense energy through an antimatter reaction. We're talking about converting tiny amounts of material into vast amounts of power, enough to fuel the craft's journey through the stars. This process, according to Lazar, could generate gravitational fields, propelling the spacecraft in ways that defy our current understanding of physics. But how exactly does this craft move? Enter the gravity amplifiers. Lazar describes these as the linchpins of the spacecraft's navigation, capable of bending gravity to the craft's will. With 3 of these amplifiers on board, the craft could maneuver with unparalleled agility, hovering, taking off vertically, and gliding in any direction as if the laws of motion were mere suggestions. This isn't just about speeding through space, it's about reshaping the fabric of reality to move from point A to point B. The implications of such technology are staggering, offering a glimpse into a mode of travel that could take us to the stars and beyond without breaking a sweat. Lazar's accounts, whether you choose to believe them or not, ignite the imagination and challenge us to consider the possibilities that might lie just beyond the edge of our current scientific understanding.
Did you ask any questions about that?
No, there's no asking questions.
There's no asking questions.
No. There has to be some people
Right.
that know everything. I think a lot of that is private industry because the government is just so leaky.
Bob Lazar has been a fascinating figure in the realm of ufology and conspiracy theories for decades, captivating the public with his claims of working on alien technology at a secret site near Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, we want to be
Careful.
accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
Lazar's narrative is particularly intriguing due to his assertion of holding degrees in physics and electronic technology, from the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology and the California Institute of Technology, also known as Caltech. These academic credentials are crucial to his story, as they would, in theory, make him more than qualified to work on the advanced projects he described. However, Lazar's educational claims have been met with skepticism, as no records of his attendance or graduation from these institutions have been found.
Again, I forgot where the hell I am.
This lack of evidence, including the absence of any corroborating accounts from classmates or professors, has led many to question the authenticity of his educational background. Further scrutiny of Lazar's academic history suggests he might have pursued education at a junior college or taken electronics courses elsewhere. While commendable, these alternative educational paths would not typically qualify someone for the types of roles Lazar claims to have held, particularly those involving reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology. Lazar's most famous claim centers around his alleged employment at S4, a supposed secretive site near Area 51. He describes S4 as a facility embedded in a mountainside containing extraterrestrial spacecrafts. According to Lazar, his work focused on understanding and replicating the craft's advanced propulsion technologies, which he claims were powered by element 115, also known as moscovium, a then unknown element. Despite the detailed nature of Lazar's descriptions, the US government and military have consistently denied the existence of a facility like S4 and any employment of Lazar in projects involving extraterrestrial technology. The lack of verifiable evidence supporting Lazar's employment or the existence of the technologies he describes has been a significant obstacle in validating his claims. The skepticism surrounding Lazar's narrative is compounded by the absence of evidence confirming his educational background. Without concrete proof, Lazar's extraordinary assertions remain a subject of debate, leaving his credibility in question among critics and supporters alike. In the enigmatic world of Bob Lazar and his allegations about Area 51, there's a detail that continues to intrigue both skeptics and believers. Lazar's description of a unique hand scanner used for security at the S4 facility. This isn't your ordinary biometric device that we're accustomed to today, such as fingerprint or retina scanners. According to Lazar, this scanner was far more sophisticated, focusing on the bones within the hand through a series of light emissions. It's a compelling aspect of his story, especially considering the emergence of photographic evidence years later that corroborated the existence of similar technology used in classified environments. Now, in order to gain entrance to the facility, Bob Lazar depicted this security device as utilizing pins of light to measure the bone length and other unique characteristics beneath the skin of the hand. This method of identification is intriguing because it leverages the distinctiveness of an individual's hand bone structure, which, much like fingerprints, offers a highly unique identifier. The scanner operated by emitting narrow beams of light onto the hand, with these beams penetrating the skin to interact differently with the bones beneath. This interaction allowed the device to map the hand's bone structure, creating a detailed biometric profile based on bone lengths and spatial relationships. The critical piece of evidence supporting Lazar's claim came to light when photographs and documents of a device known as the Identimat surfaced. This device, used in sensitive locations including government and military facilities, functioned in a remarkably similar manner to Lazar's descriptions. It measured hand characteristics using light beams, focusing on the bone structure for identification purposes. The Identimat's emergence, a technology developed in the 1970s and deployed in high-security areas, provided a tangible piece of evidence that Lazar might have been familiar with the security measures of highly classified environments. The discovery of the Identimat technology was a pivotal moment for those following Lazar's story. It suggested that Lazar had detailed knowledge of the security practices within government facilities, which for some added a layer of credibility to his other claims. This point is particularly interesting when considering the broader context of Lazar's narrative and the skepticism surrounding his educational and employment history. The hand scanner's description and the subsequent validation through the Identimat's discovery showcase how specific details in Lazar's story have found support, reigniting debates about the veracity of his claims regarding Area 51 and his work on extraterrestrial technology. Among the many fascinating claims Bob Lazar has made regarding his alleged work on extraterrestrial technology near Area 51, one of the lesser-known, yet thought-provoking assertions involves the origins of religion. According to Lazar, during his tenure at the S4 site, he was privy to briefing documents that offered an unconventional perspective on human history, particularly concerning how early human religious beliefs might have been shaped by extraterrestrial encounters. Lazar's claim dives into the possibility that extraterrestrial beings interacted with early humans who might have perceived these advanced visitors as divine or supernatural entities. This, he suggests, influenced the nascent stages of religious development, embedding the presence and actions of these beings into the very foundation of emerging religious practices and mythologies. The documents purportedly provided a reinterpretation of historical religious events, hinting that accounts deemed divine or miraculous in ancient texts could, in fact, be descriptions of encounters with advanced extraterrestrial technology and beings. The profound implication here is that many foundational religious doctrines might stem from humanity's misinterpretations of these extraterrestrial interactions. However, as with many of Lazar's claims, this intriguing narrative has been met with considerable skepticism. Critics argue that the absence of physical evidence and the inability to independently verify the existence of such documents significantly undermines the credibility of these assertions. Additionally, the notion that the rich tapestry of Earth's diverse religious traditions could all trace back to a single extraterrestrial origin is seen by many scholars and theologians as an oversimplification of the complex and multifaceted history of religious evolution. This claim about extraterrestrial influence on the origins of religion adds yet another layer to the already complex and controversial story of Bob Lazar. If Bob Lazar is right about all of this, does this mean aliens have been in contact with Earth for thousands of years? Bob Lazar's story takes a deep dive into the realm of science fiction with his claims about UFO technology and Element 115. According to Lazar, the secret S4 facility near Area 51 housed extraterrestrial spacecraft powered by technology that was not just beyond human capabilities at the time, but also seemed to challenge the very laws of physics as we understand them. At the heart of these spacecraft was Element 115, an element that, according to Lazar, was the key to unlocking their mind-boggling capabilities. Before it was officially recognized and named Moscovium in 2003, Element 115, as Lazar described it, possessed properties that differed significantly from the scientific community's understanding. He claimed this element could produce a gravitational field when bombarded with protons, leading to a reaction that could generate an anti-gravity field around the craft. This description paints a picture of a clean and highly efficient energy source, capable of propelling the spacecraft across vast distances by bending space-time. The propulsion mechanism, as Lazar detailed, revolved around anti-gravity technology, allowing the crafts to manipulate space-time around them. This technology purportedly reduced the craft's mass to nearly zero, enabling instantaneous travel across space. Lazar's explanation of gravity wave amplification as the method by which these UFOs operated suggests a technology capable of pulling the craft forward by generating a wave ahead of it, thus falling towards its destination at incredible speeds. Lazar also described the interior layout of these crafts, which was fundamentally designed to support this advanced propulsion system. The control systems were integrated with the gravitational drive, facilitating what one can only imagine as seamless navigation and operation. The theoretical capabilities for travel that Lazar outlined are nothing short of revolutionary, suggesting that interstellar journeys could be undertaken in fractions of the time required by traditional propulsion methods, essentially making the vastness of space navigable within human lifetimes. The narrative Bob Lazar presents is a compelling blend of mystery and technological marvel, offering a glimpse into what could be if his accounts hold any truth. The stories of Element 115 and the propulsion technologies of UFOs as described by Lazar continue to fuel discussions and debates on the possibilities of space travel and the existence of extraterrestrial technology on Earth.